What's up, guys? It is Magi coming at you from the Junior Star League weekly recap. I know this is on my personal channel, but hey, gotta get some love going around everywhere. Now, the first match in, I don't quite know the matchup in terms of skill. I do believe it's probably like a gold plat, somewhere around there. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Game number one. This is indeed going to be a gold level game. Possibly gold versus plat. Spawning into the top right hand corner. Representing the yellow Zerg pieces. From Taste of Bacon, he goes by Teach. And his opponent in the bottom left hand corner. The yellow or blue Zerg pieces, currently teamless. Hey, so I get this guy a team. He goes by the name of Shade. Shade versus Teach in a ZVZ. First map in is going to be Blackpink LE. Again, guys, this is a JSL weekly recap, and we will be going through each and every game in the group out of one set, though. Only one set. Otherwise, we would be here all night, and truth be told, we don't got the time for that. It's going to be a lot of casting, going to be a lot of games played. We have 8 groups to go through. Now, it looks like Teach is going to go ahead and throw down his natural expansion. Both players are going to do that. Right ahead. Expand. Wants to make sure they can all be nice and cozy on 2 hatch here. Now, Blackpink is a map that did receive some changes in the last patch. As you know, we do have a Reaper jump up added onto the front of the bases, or front of each base, in order to, you know, allow the Reaper a little bit more of an entry way for Terran players, you know, to play that Reaper expand. Other than that, there's really not much else. I do believe they actually changed these vents at one point, because these vents used to come all the way down. You could hide proxies behind here and never get spotted. Hey, if you're me, you still do, but don't tell anybody that. Also, the Hollow Novas, always a good touch. You know, I think this is over Tarsonis, possibly. Not exactly sure what city we have below here. But we do have spawning pools about to finish up. That's something, you know. Now the Zerglings can swim in the spawning pool, get their upgrades, learn how to swim faster, and run faster. I always like the Carbot animation of that. Like, they have, like, the actual Zergling, like, in the pool swimming around when they're learning how to, like, run faster. So, game number 1 here is the ZVZ. This is a Group A match, a gold versus platinum, possibly. I gotta look and see what exactly what level play Shade is. Go ahead and look him up here. Shade doesn't actually say. He's looks like he's gold as well, 3300 MMR on the last update we do have. While we sit here and just see exactly what both players do have in store for us. Shade looking like he wants to add on a few more drones. Both players adding on the drones. A Baneling Nest coming down faster here for Teach. Spawning Pool, the only option on the map as far as tech goes for Shade right now. I'm gonna come over here and throw right in here real quick. To get the JSL notified. Queen finishing up there for Shade. ZVZ in the early game, you guys, is not really the most impressive game to watch. Like, top mirror matches always go. JSL Weekly. But anyway, now we're back here and we do have some information out there to get the crowd rolling in here. Evo Chamber on the way for Teach. Looks like he wants to get that +1 melee started up. Doesn't look like there's quite any Overlords in position here to use for drop. He has no speed on the way, so it doesn't look like he's going to go for any kind of cheeky Baneling drops. We do have a layer on the way for Shade, however. It looks like he wants to skip straight up to some Beautech. He does have a Roach Warren, so he does want that speed as well as that +1. Get his upgrade started as well as he does have double evos on the way. Blair on the way for Teach as well. He does have his own Roach Horn coming down as well. So both players stay into a very similar style of play in this ZVZ matchup. Hey, don't attack your queen, friend. Get out here and kill that Overlord. You can do that, though. Shade doing a very good job at spreading out his Overlords. There is still an attack path that is completely wide open in the ZVZ. It's one of those things you want to keep those paths open to your vision. So you say some Lings don't run all the way up and around and into your base, you never know. You want to kind of make sure you have an Overlord here. I would actually move this Overlord up a little bit because he could easily sneak the Lings around and right up underneath your vision. Both players playing very passively so far, so I guess I can understand a ZVZ, but it looks like we do have Shade moving out here with some Lings. Wants to get some scouting done. Exactly what his opponent is up to is he's not going to be able to poke him with these Overlords in. Roaches are on the way. We do have 1-1 for coming down for both players. Or at least +1 for both players. Now the +1 Carapace is going to cancel out Teach's upgrades. In terms of missile attack. Roach speed finally started up for Teach. Shade about to finish his speed up. Now I imagine he's going to want to push out with this 1-1 and flood a whole bunch of Roaches. He does have 5 on the way. But it looks like Teach is going to be the one to move out first before that Roach count can actually get too high here. We're going to kill the rocks. I understand you want to kill the rocks. It's understandable. Music is actually really, really quiet right now. Yeah, just one of those moments here where it's a bit of a lull before he actually really kicks in his ZVZ. Banelings being added on. He's trying to make sure his Banelings don't detonate on the rocks. You do have some rocks being killed off, so he wants to open up the map a little bit here. Now, Shade has more than enough Lings to hold off any Roaches to hold off any aggression, and he's getting ready to tech into his Roach or Hydroliths in. Right now, I'm really liking Shade's position. He has the upgrades. He's going to be able to push out here and start punishing Teach for being out of position here, trying to kill these rocks. Teach does have an army back home, but it's mostly comprised of Lings. There's not a whole lot of Roach count here. So when his aggression does come out, he shouldn't be able to hold this with 1-1 being done. For Shade, these Lings are just going to evaporate. Now he does have the Roach count and is going to be able to push Teach back. Drone's also getting under the aggression here, trying to help out as much as they can. But it looks like it's going to be it, as Shade is just going to walk right up down the ramp here and just walk right up into the natural and start getting economy damage done. Queen's going to start getting picked off. Now the drones are going to get picked off. The natural is under siege. Meanwhile, back home, he is having to multitask a little bit here to make sure he can deal with this aggression in the natural. Looks like he's not going to respond to it at all. As the drone count is starting to add up on both sides. The economy damage, however, for Teach being done by Shade. Shade did get the natural expansion. He does clean up all these Lings, and he is just going to be able to push right up this ramp. The drones here going to start getting knocked down as well. I mean, I'll move your Roaches, mate. Just let them fight. Let them kill the drones. You get a lot of damage done. Queen also under siege here and will get picked off. A lot more drones going to get picked off as well. Shade's worker lead is actually non-existent. He actually took a lot of drone damage. It looked like he didn't really have many drones to begin with, and this aggression did come out. So if Teach holds here, I think he'll be in a pretty good position in terms of the economy. But the army supply is in favor of Shade still, as he is still pumping out. Now he's got the Hydras on the way. And they will be able to start knocking down Overlords with a little bit of anti-air, as well as clean off some of these Lings. I think we're going to hit a bit of a lull here again, where Shade is now going to have to go home and drone up a little bit. Get his economy back up and get it back up and running. He does have 2-2 on the way, so I imagine once he gets some army out, he is going to want to push out once again with that 2-2 upgrade. Now Teach having to reestablish his natural, however, it is losing a lot of mining time as these drones are having to make it the longest trek of their lives. Hey, I'll bring a Queen down here to drop the creep, mate. Gonna start losing some buildings if this hatchery isn't finished up or done. It looks like they will finish up. Now, Teach is going to make some aggression over here into the third. Going to be able to get in here and start dealing some damage. However, the Hydras are here to knock this down and shoot him away. Does he have the range upgrade? Nah, he still doesn't have the range or speed upgrade there for his Hydras, which he does need to go ahead and start picking that up. It's a huge upgrade to have. Slow Hydras are always not the best Hydras. But when your economy, I can understand, it is kind of trying to catch back up and get the economy rolling. But I mean, Teach does have a pretty big bank here. He just needs to pump out a lot of lings. He wants to take a 4th base by the looks of it. He's trying to spend the money, but he just needs to get some queens and some lings out. And he'll be able to spend all this money very, very easily. Now, 2-2 is done for his next engagement. The Hydra DPS is absolutely insane at this point, but these Roaches aren't even going to be able to compete with only +1 attack. Overlords are going to start getting cleaned up. Now, this is going to supply cap Teach. He's not going to be able to build any more army, which means he won't be able to spend that 16k bank. The only army out he has here is the army you see right in front of him. I mean, he will be able to push this aggression back with some Roaches coming in from behind, but other than that, I mean, he needs to start finding some damage of his own. He needs to actually get over here and start killing off this 3rd base and start denying Shade that freedom to push across the map with some, you know, Roaches or Hydras, whatever he feels like. 5 Overlords about to finish up, so he will be able to just start pumping out lings here very, very quickly. He's actually adding on more Overlords. Teach, I have to start adding on some units there, mate. Drones are going to get pulled out of here for Shade. Now, there are Hydras here to defend, but this 3rd base might actually end up falling if the rest of these Roaches would join in on the fight here. Concave here for the Hydras was slightly bit better. Teach actually gets the 3rd base. The Roach count enough? No, with the Broodlings out, he should clean up this army very, very easily. But again, more economic damage being done, and Teach does have a 4th base up, and he will be able to saturate that 4th base. So both players are just taking punches at each other, saying, yeah, I'm going to hit you. You killed my army, and I'm going to push across the map and hit you again. However, here's the thing. The gas count for Teach is actually non-existent. He doesn't have... Yeah, he's actually missing 2 geysers here, or extractors mining gas. Only mining out of 2 of them effectively. But the gas count is not there, so the Hydra count for Shade is going to be able to keep growing. And at which point he will just be able to overpower his opponent as he does pick off a few free Roaches here. He is going to be able to push in here and start getting on top of his 3rd base. Oh, the Overlords once again going to get picked off. And this will once again start to supply cap Teach. Big Mama Queen just going to get evaporated like instantaneously without the spines of these Hydralisks. I think that is going to close out game number 1 here as Shade does press into the 3rd base and is going to start to kill off all of these drones. And that is going to be it, guys, and that will take out game number 1 there for Teach as he GG's out. Shade takes game number 1, and we'll be right back with you guys. Game number 2, let me go ahead and just fire that right up and get in here. Apparently, I'm having some network issues, so we're just going to record these and let the stream go as best as we can. Might have to move the weekly to tomorrow, but we're going to go ahead and finish up this again. Finish up this series. We are back for game number 2. Guys, if there's any problems with the stream, please let me know. The stream is apparently acting up. Having some issues. I'm going to have to take a look and probably restart the PC to figure out exactly what's going on. So, which means the weekly might actually just get delayed a little bit. Anyway, spawning down in the top left-hand corner of Catalyst LE in game number 2. The yellow Zerg pieces. He needs to bring this series back, so it looks like he is going to go ahead and go for the 12 pull. It goes by the name of Teach and Taste the Bacon. Now, is Teach going to be able to teach this man right down here, the blue Zerg pieces, what the 12 pool is all about? Let's see if Shade can hold out. Or will he indeed get taught the lesson to tie the series up? Apparently streaming at a 4K resolution or 4K rate is not going to be the most helpful here. I think there's uploads going somewhere and I don't know where. So I'm going to restart this comp of mine afterwards. Been having some issues with it lately as well. So I'm going to wind up actually going to a multi-box system here very soon. In order to... Where's my music? Hey, give me back my music. No wonder it was so quiet. Like 2 ships in the night. Floating. And bypass each other. Man, look how fast these overlords are. Like, they seriously upped the speed, guys. They're so fast now. Like, I hardly can believe it. Now, here's the funny part. If Teach just sends these links straight across the map, teaching you to dodge it. Okay, there you go. You will be able to dodge the overlord. Now, he could have done this a little bit better. Now, these 2 lings going across will look like scouting lings if he sends them straight. No, he's also going to dodge the overlord once again. Now, this will wind up catching Teach or Shade here off guard a little bit as he does go hatch first. But as the spawning pool does finish up for Shade, he should be able to hold this off very, very easily. Especially if you stop. Just go right into his main or base now. You don't want to wait. Wait, the lings are going to start to pop out here for Shade. Meanwhile, Teach is going to bypass the hatchery and go right up into the main base. Now, this could be a mistake. Going in here for the mineral line to try and find drone kills. The drones could just be pulled to fight for lings very, very easily. Especially as these 2 lings do pop out and are in a very good position here to kind of body block off these lings for reaching that drone line. Now, this should end up just getting cleaned up here. He's denying mining time, but he hasn't got any drone kills. And behind that, the lings are going to be able to start to pop out to defend. Teach, this isn't what you do, mate. When you go for an aggression like this, and you see a hatchery, you go for the hatchery. You don't go for the mineral line. Because that gives your opponent time to respawn, in which point you now are behind economically. And you have to break your opponent here and now. He's just going to GG out, so I figured. Shade going to take a 2-0 win there very, very easily. Now we're going to go ahead and move into a Group B series.